Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now? Me and one in the chat if you can hear me now. Okay, good, good, good. I guess I'd lost connection there. So, I guess hopefully I wasn't silent that entire time. So let's start over or go on. Let's just get it. Let's just get a move on. We're here to listen to some music, some songs made out of old poems. And on the agenda for today, by the way, thank you. On the agenda for today, besides liking and subscribing and the notification bells and all that jazz, and the fact that we're doing this under fair use, on today's program we have, and most of these I've never read, I've never heard of the particular poets. So this is new to me. Is this you guys? This is a guy named Countee Cullen. The poem called "A Brown Girl Dead." The next one is by Stephen Crane. "From War is Kind, Do Not Weep, Maiden, for War is Kind." This one, our third selection, is "The Return" by Edna St. Vincent Millay. Now, I know a little bit about this woman. She was really, really neat in the 1920s. I'm just imagining. The next one on our list here is William Empson's "Missing Dates." Then, Delmore Schwartz's "The Winter Twilight Glowing Black and Gold." And to round out today's program, a short one, but for some reason, the song length is almost 4 minutes long on both of them. "Western Wind, When Will Thou Blow" by an anonymous sailor from the Middle Ages. So, let's stop sharing that. Let me share these windows here. Now, just let me know if you can hear them. And without further ado, here we go. Roses on her breast, white candles at head and feet, dark Madonna of the grave she rests. Lord Death has found her sweet. Her mother pawned her wedding ring. She'd be so proud, she'd dance and sing to see herself tonight. Her wedding ring to lay her out in white. She'd be so proud, she'd dance and sing to see herself tonight.
tonight.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I see the way, I don't know if it's the way I'm sharing it or not. I need to do some experimentation on that. Um, maybe later on. I don't know, but that was cool. Yes, I do love the Celtic vibe. And good morning or good afternoon, Irish Smart. Thank you for stopping by. Lurk away, just and listen to your heart's content, and don't have too much fun while you're working. Yes, the Celtic feel to it was really cool. Let's see what version 2 has in store for us. Shall we?
With 2 white roses on her breasts, white candles at head and feet, dark Madonna of the grave she rests. Lord Death has found her sweet. Her mother pawned her wedding ring to lay her out in white. She'd be so proud, she'd dance and sing to see herself tonight. Her mother pawned her wedding ring to lay her out in white. She'd be so proud, she'd dance and sing to see herself tonight. To see herself tonight. To see herself tonight. Her mother on her wedding ring to lay her out in white. She'd be so proud, she'd dance and sing to see herself herself tonight. With 2 white roses on her breasts, white candles at head and feet, dark Madonna of the grave she rests. Lord Death has found her sweet. Her mother pawned her wedding ring to lay her out in white. She'd be so proud, she'd dance and sing to see herself tonight.
Well, I knew it was going to do that. That was, yes, I agree. The second one was better than the first. It needed 30 more seconds. Ugh. And I'm sorry about the sound issues. Let me try this next one, sharing it a different way. So we said our next one was War is, okay. So next one here. Let me present. Do it this way. Let's see here. Yes, here. Here it is. See if this works. All right. Let's see here. How's this working here? All right. Yes, I like both of them. That second one needed to be a couple more seconds long, 30 more seconds long. Okay, I'm sharing this a different way. Let me know what you think. How does it sound?
Steed ran on alone. Do not weep, war is kind. Hoarse booming drums of the regiment, little souls who thirst for fight. These men were born to drill and die. The unexplained glory flies above them. Great is the battle God, great and his kingdom. A field where 1,000 corpses lie. Do not weep, babe, for war is kind. Because your father tumbled in the yellow trenches, raged at his breast, gulped and died. Do not weep, war is kind. Swift blazing flag of the regiment, eagle with crest of red and gold. These men were born to drill and die. Point for them the virtue of slaughter, make plain to them the excellence of killing, and a field where 1,000 corpses lie. Mother whose heart hung humble as a button on the bright, splendid shroud of your son. Do not weep,
another one that needed to be extended. So what y'all think about that and the sharing method? I liked doing that a little bit better. Yes, the irony of word being kind, but that was a really freaking blood pumping interpretation of that now, wasn't it? All right, so let's go on to, since it seems like it likes to do that better than just straight through the media player. This is version 2. What do you think?
Do not weep, maiden, for war is kind, because your lover threw wild hands toward the sky, and the affrighted steed ran on alone. Do not weep, war is kind. Hoarse booming drums of the regiment, little souls who thirst for fight. These men were born to drill and die. The unexplained glory flies above them. Great is the battle god, great, and his kingdom, a field where 1,000 corpses lie. Do not weep, babe, for war is kind, because your father tumbled in the yellow trenches, raged at his breast, gulped and died. Do not weep, war is kind. Swift blazing flag of the regiment, eagle with crest of red and gold. These men were born to drill and die. Point for them the virtue of slaughter, make plain to them the excellence of killing, and a field where 1,000 corpses lie. The bright, splendid shroud of your son. Do not weep, war is kind. Mother whose heart hung humble as a button on the bright, splendid shroud of your son. Do not weep, war is kind.
That was pretty freaking cool too. You know, I like the heavy blues-based rock metal feel of that one. You know, again, get the blood pumping in the morning, or evening, or after, or wherever you are at. Either here, doing it with us live, or on the replay crew. Remember, because YouTube's been YouTubing. Make sure, but here, that one. Please like and subscribe. Yes, they're both very freaking cool. I love just jamming, definitely. And Cricket Cinema, thanks for stopping by. You're about to drive safe. And I always am. I appreciate y'all joining me in my safe little corner of reality here, or virtual reality, or whatever you want to call it. Yes, this is the playlist. I'll have these on the playlist after the show. So, since we figured out a better way to do this, I'm going to remove that one. So this next one is by the first version of The Return by Edna St. Vincent Millay.
Not understand her child, who from the loud gregarious town returns depleted and defiled to the still woods to fling him down. Earth cannot count the son she bore, the wounded lynx, the wounded man, trailing blood unto her door. She shelters both as best she can, but she is early up and out to trim the year or strip its bones. She has no time to stand about talking of him in undertones. Who has no aim but to forget, be left in peace, be lying thus for days, for years, for centuries yet, unshaven and anonymous. Who marks for failure, dulled by grief, has traded in his wife and friend for this warm ledge, this alder leaf, comfort that does not comprehend. But she is early up and out to trim the year or strip its bones. She has no time to stand about talking of him in undertones. But she is early up and out to trim the year or strip its bones. She has no time to stand about talking of him in undertones. Who marks for failure, dulled by grief, has traded in his wife and friend for this warm ledge, this alder leaf, comfort that does not comprehend. But she is early up and out to trim the year or strip its bones. She has no time to stand about talking of him in undertones. Who has no aim but to forget, be left in peace, be lying thus for days, for years, for centuries yet, unshaven and anonymous. Who marks for failure, dulled by grief, has traded in.
again, it needed to. That was great. That was really, really bug pumping. I like that one. Good morning, Matt. MD Media 18 himself. How's it going, sir? Thank you for joining us. Yes, that was. I like the guitar, the blood pumping. Yeah, that was pretty darn good. I'm loving today's selection so far. Let's see where the second version of this takes us. Let's see here. There. Get your stuff together, Brian. We are on the return version 2.
Earth does not understand her child, who from the loud, gregarious town returns depleted and defiled to the still woods to fling him down. Earth cannot count the sons she bore, the wounded lynx, the wounded man, come trailing blood unto her door. She shelters both as best she can, but she is early up and out to trim the year or strip its bones. She has no time to stand about talking of him in undertones, who has no aim but to forget, be left in peace, be lying thus for days, for years, for centuries yet, unshaven and anonymous, who mark for failure, dulled by grief, has traded in his wife and friend for this warm ledge, this elderly comfort that does not comprehend. But she is early up and out to trim the year or strip its bones. She has no time to stand about talking of him in undertones. She's early up and out to trim the year or strip its bones. She has no time to stand about talking of him in undertones, who has no aim but to forget, be left in peace, be lying thus for days, for years, for centuries yet, unshaven and anonymous, who marked for failure, dulled by grief, has traded in his wife and friend for this warm ledge, this alder leaf, comfort that does not comprehend.
Now that was interesting. Yes, I like both of them. And two, I got this idea. If I was a working musician, I'd actually do an album and put it out. It'd be interesting, interesting to for some band or something to do something like this and take it on tour, But I like the first one because they're getting the blood pumping and all that stuff. A very good rocking version of it. The second one, more uplifting. Also, Edna St. Vincent Millay, very interesting person. I read this book one time. She's around in the 1920s, the Flapper Girl generation. Very, very interesting one. Very, very interesting one. So where are we at now? We are at Yes, they were very, very different from each other. That's the beauty of this journey, this virtual box of chocolates we're sharing it at this moment. We are coming on to the Mr. William Impson's Missing Dates. No, not that wrong button there. That button. Missing Dates. This first one right here. All right, yeah, okay.
T4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly the poison the whole bloodstream fills. It is not the effort nor the failure tires. The waste remains and kills. It is not your system or clear sight that mills. Down small to the consequence a life requires. Slowly the poison the whole bloodstream fills. They bled an old dog dry, yet the exchange rills. Of young dog blood gave but a month's desires. The waste remains and kills. It is the Chinese tombs and the slag hills. Usurp the soil and not the soil retires. Slowly the poison the whole bloodstream fills. Not to have fire is to be a skin that shrills. The complete fire is death from partial fires. The waste remains and kills. It is the poems you have lost the ills. From missing dates at which the heart expires. Slowly the poison the whole bloodstream fills. The waste remains and kills. It is the poems you have lost the ills. From missing dates at which the heart expires. Slowly the poison the whole bloodstream fills. The waste remains and kills. Slowly the poison the whole bloodstream fills. The waste remains and kills.
Yeah, that's a performance piece right there. Yes, it was rather catchy. It kind of reminded me of Beatnik open mic experimental avant-garde stuff meets Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. Avant-garde. Definitely avant-garde. Rather good. Yeah. Yeah, it just makes me wonder what the next one is. You know, because I basically let the thing do what it wants to do. All right. Missing Dates version 2.
Slowly the poison, the whole bloodstream fills. It is not the effort nor the failure tires. The waste remains and kills. It is not your system or clear sight that mills down small to the consequence a life requires. Slowly the poison, the whole bloodstream fills. They bled an old dog dry, yet the exchange rills of young dog blood gave but a month's desires. The waste remains and kills. It is the Chinese tombs and the slag hills usurp the soil, and not the soil retires. Slowly the poison, the whole bloodstream fills. Not to have fire is to be a skin that shrills. The complete fire is death from partial fires. The waste remains and kills. It is the poems you had lost, the ills from missing dates at which the heart expires. Slowly the poison, the whole bloodstream fills. The waste remains and kills.
Well, 2 performance pieces. Interesting. Let's just go on to the next one then. Avant-garde. Yes, I preferred the first one. Definitely. One you think, yeah, but remember, I let it do what it wants to do. And we all love it. Mm-hmm. All right. Next on the program, is Delmore Schwartz's Winter Twilight Glowing Black and Gold.
Time of year you may in me behold, when Christmas trees are blazing on the walk, raging amid stale snow against the cold, and low skies bundled wash senseless as chalk, hissing and ravenous the brilliant plant, rising like eager nets, a rushing part, as when the tutti bursts forth and the chant soars up, hurrahing from the Easter choir. But this is only true at 4 o'clock. At noon, the 5th year is once more abused. I bring a distant girl, apples and cake, pictures, secrets, lastly my swollen heart, now boxed and tied by what I know of true at 4 o'clock. At noon, the 5th year is once more abused. I bring a distant girl, apples and cake, pictures, secrets, lastly my swollen heart. Now boxed and tied by what I know art, but as before accepted and refused.
That was interesting. And good morning, Dim Mingler. Thanks for joining us. I hope you like what you hear. Today's show has been all over the map. First half of it, lots of blood pumping stuff, and now we got avant-garde and more uplifting stuff. So let's see what the next version of this one is. Here we go.
Time of year you may in me behold, when Christmas trees are blazing on the walk, raging amid stale snow against the cold, and low skies bundled wash senseless as chalk, hissing and ravenous the brilliant plant, rising like eager nets a rushing part, as when the tutti bursts forth and the chant soars up, hurrahing from the Easter choir. But this is only true at 4 o'clock. At noon, the 5th year is once more abused. I bring a distant girl, apples and cake, pictures, secrets, lastly my swollen.
All right. Is that the same one as before? Did I get stoned and I missed this one? Let me see here. Just bear with me. Here. Don't you just love live TV? Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Okay, I hit the wrong one. Don't you just love live TV? Yay. Here, let me remove that one. Let's start this one over. Okay. I'm glad you stopped by to see my faux pas. Yay. All right, so let's start this one over, the second version of it. Forget what I just did for a couple minutes there. This is the second version of the winter twilight glowing black and gold.
That time of year you may in me behold, when Christmas trees are blazing on the walk, raging amid stale snow against the cold, and low skies bundled wash senseless as chalk, hissing and ravenous the brilliant plant, rising like eagerness, a rushing tide, as when the tutti bursts forth and the chant soars up, hurrahing from the Easter choir. But this is only true at 4 o'clock. At noon, the 5th year is once more abused. I bring a distant girl, apples and cake, picture secrets. Lastly, my swollen heart, now boxed and tied by what I know of art, but as before accepted and refused. Hissing and ravenous, the brilliant plant, rising like eagerness, a rushing pine, as when the tutti bursts forth and the chant soars up, hurrahing from the Easter choir. Oh, but this is only true at 4 o'clock. At noon, the 5th year is once more abused. I bring a distant girl, apples and cake, picture secrets. Lastly, my swollen heart, now boxed and tied by what I know of art, but as before accepted and refused.
That was cool. I like that one better than the first one. I'm glad I figured that out. It's this new the way I'm sharing the files. All right, so let me get this prep in the here. Let me there. So before we get into the final selection for this morning, as usual, you like or not, your choice. Make sure you're subscribed and all that jazz, and YouTube be YouTubing. Like I say, you gain subscribers and YouTube taketh them away. And so please share, tell your friends if you like what I'm doing here. Because I like what I'm doing here. If I like it and you like it, then it's all a win-win situation for both of us. And everything we do here is under the Copyright Act of 1976, fair use. Yes, it's interesting the what the stuff comes up with, and it's scary. It's scary. The implications. What a brave new world we live in more ways than one. All right, this is the one that I've been looking forward to. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, this one here is called. This is an old English poem, very short, by an anonymous dude. When I studied this one, I actually studied this one in college. This is by a sailor called Western Wind, When Will Thou Blow?
Western wind, when will thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms, and I in my bed again. Western wind, when will thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms, and I in my bed again. Western wind, when wilt thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms, and I in my bed again. Western wind, when will thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms, and I in my bed again. Western wind, when wilt thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms, and I in my bed again. Western wind, when wilt thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms, and I in my bed again. And I in my bed again.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, and thank you, Miss Dip, for showing up and sharing a little bit of your day with me. Yes, it is snowing in your parts of the world, you guys. We are, I think it's finally starting. It's mostly melted from what we had here last week. All right, so last thing on the agenda, and I hope I'm sharing this right. If not, well, no, is the second version of Western Wind, When Will Thou Blow?
Western wind, when will thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms, and I in my bed again. Western wind, when wilt thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms and I in my bed again. Western wind, when wilt thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms and I in my bed again. Western wind, when wilt thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms and I in my bed again. Western wind, when wilt thou blow? The small rain down can rain. Christ, if my love were in my arms and I in my bed again. And I in my bed again.
Well, that was interesting. And now we've come to that part of the show where we do this. Thanks for showing up. What did y'all think? Besides my faux pas, I hope the sharing the video file the way I did this time, which I got to figure out a better way so I don't place the same thing back to back. I think I got to figure it out. Anyways, thank you everybody for showing up and watching and exploring these with me. Some very interesting selections today. You're never late. You get here when you get here, and that's the beauty of this. There's replay. I'm glad you think it's fun. It's very enjoyable. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun along with me. Thank you, CC. Thank you for listening. I'm glad you loved it. And it's always good to see everybody show up when they show up. As you know, well, there's some interesting things at the first of it, and then it gets weird. But hey, Maya, good afternoon. I'm glad you showed up. So now we are here at the end of the program. Thank you for spending some of your precious time with me in this messed up, muddled up world we are in at this space and time, this time and space. So may you have a enjoyable the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you might be, whatever you might be having. Remember, YouTubers be YouTubing, YouTube be YouTubing. So like and subscribe and everything we did here and do here on this program is by fair use. But most importantly, I really appreciate every single one of you for every view, every second of watch time you give me, and every subscribe. Because when I started this channel, this is the last thing I thought I would be doing, you know, and I'm having fun doing it. And I like to think that you guys are having fun with me, and that's all that matters. But still, I'd like to get monetized, at least to, you know, get memberships and super chats and stuff like that. So I can dream. In the meantime, tomorrow, same time, same channel, probably be doing a short retrospective. Then the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. It's interesting. And what is life if it's not interesting? Although the interesting times we're living in, sometimes I'd rather them just be boring. Who knows? Thank you for sticking around to the end. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.